Hi, I'm Tarashawn Ruehle. Okay, one more.
Okay, but don't be mad that after like your sixth try, right? And then now it's finally my turn to get my first try that I messed up. Okay.
Hi, I was counting on you. Damn it! I feel like you're gonna fail me. Okay.
No. I personally think I totally got
Okay. Hi, I'm Tarashawn Ruehle.
Hey, I'm David Cunningham.
This is Little High Podcast, and we're a little high. You did it.
I did it good.
You didn't do bad.
Okay.
I don't feel like yelling at you.
Today we're going to be talking about the Meyers and Briggs personality test or personality.
It is a test.
Yeah.
But it's not like a quiz that you take on the Cosmo magazine or something like that. There's much more science behind it. It's got personality traits where, you select them. They give it in psychology classes.
So
it's just a way to categorize different personalities.
Exactly.
And it breaks them off into 16 different ones.
Yeah, the whole theory and everything behind the Meyers and Briggs, to me personally, is like my astrology. Like I rely on that. I know so much about it, and like if someone's bringing up astrology all the time, I'm the Meyers and Briggs version of that. So, but with that said, it's broken up into 16 personalities. Mm-hmm. 8 of them are
intuitive.
Yeah, intuitive types, and then sensing types, and then they're broken also into the introvert versions, the extrovert versions, and then it's also broken up into the feeling and thinking, or just how you process certain things.
Yes.
And,
so basically, it has 4 different categories.
Yes.
In the first one, you're either going to be an introvert or an extrovert. And then the second category, you're either going to be sensing or intuitive.
Yes.
And then in that third category, you're either going to be thinking.
Yeah, for your decision making, you're either going to be more where you rely on hard logic and just more
or feeling.
Or feeling, like a gut feeling.
Yes. Get out of here. Yeah. And then in your fourth category, you're either going to be judging, right?
Yes, judging or perceiving. So
and judging doesn't mean like you run around, I judge you.
Yeah. It's literally that you have to make almost judgments on how you want to plan already. So you're kind of like making your decision now for future things compared to a perceiving type.
Kind of like I mean, I'm a P.
Yeah.
So me, I always I'm I'm gonna let later Tarashawn worry about that.
Yeah, you're very in the present, and you can make decisions right then and there.
Yeah,
better than the average.
Oh yeah. Better than somebody who has to take a longer time to plan. I'm good at on the fly decisions.
Yeah. So then you can have. So then you have these different combinations. So let's just say someone out there that's watching is like, you feel like you get most of your energy and charging up your battery when you're around people and your friends and everything. Okay,
so you're just talking about your battery, so when you feel drained from like work or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, how do you rest after a long week?
Yeah.
Now, personally, I usually like to go out with people. I like to people, but not for very long. Like, I like little short bursts of peopling, and then I just want to like go home and curl up on the couch with blankets.
Yeah.
And do nothing and have snacks.
Yeah.
But I think I'm like a 60% or 62% extrovert. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't high up on the list. Like, I am an extrovert, but I still like to introvert.
How long you feel like for you, for how you feel like you can be at home before you really get the urge
Okay,
to go
so
out?
this is really actually a perfect topic for right now. So I just spent like the last week at home. I didn't do anything but just normal daily routines. I haven't hung out with anyone. I've just been home. It's been 1 week, right? Didn't I just tell you it feels like I've been at home for a whole month?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking about it like, I think you've only been home for like a few days though.
It might not even be a whole week. Like, we're probably being gracious saying that I've been home for a whole week. Because I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
But so I feel like since that felt so like a month, right?
Yeah.
That maybe like another week, and then I'm just like, at that point, I'm like, oh, it feels like 2 months probably, or 3. And then so I might be getting a little more restless to where I at least want to hang out with people even on a small scale. But then I'm going to need like one whole night. I'm going to have to go dance all night. Like, it's time to go hit the club. Go get some salsa dancing in all night until they kick me out. Like 2 days straight or something.
Yeah. See, you're not lying at all.
I'm not.
So for me, on the opposite side, I'm an introvert where like I went out the other night with my brother Tim and our friend Brian, and I really wanted to go out and socialize and do that, have that feeling. Did that night, and now like right now I feel like I can easily go like 2 months not having to go out again.
What?
Yeah. As long as like,
I mean, do you hear me wheezing?
I mean, like if it was no outside forces, these extroverts over here that are just friends and family, right? That can pull me out to do some type of fun event.
Right.
I can easily just like
2 months.
2 months just at home, like doing what I need to do, like have like a friend or something over, like do a shoot or something, like be in my environment. But for me to have to like go out, I could easily go like 2 months before I'm like starting to get the itch. I'm like, okay, like, I want to go dance, I want to go, and stuff like that,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I have about a good, like a week or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I am feeling pretty like, lately I've been feeling like I want to rest at home.
Yeah.
It's the retrograde,
Yeah,
okay?
right, yeah, it's different factors.
Mercury retrograde right now.
Yeah. But it goes in waves, like, because it's like for me being an introvert, I have like throughout my life I did have certain times where it's just like I enjoyed going out every 2 weeks. I was doing something, like I did have that period too, but I feel like the numbers I'm putting. Outside forces are very important, like very big factor on it, especially when.
And I mean, you're an old man now, so.
Right, just naturally just slowing down. Like I get grumpy at certain just like see people. Like I hate.
You need your blood pressure medication.
I hate seeing people that still bag their jeans.
Wait,
like,
what?
Like guys that are having baggy pants, like sagging their pants. Like I still see. I'm like, bro,
where did that come from?
Of just me. Well, I mean, like I don't see that with the round.
We're just talking. I just called you an old man. Yeah. What does that have to do with baggy pants?
No, I'm complaining about it like an old man.
Oh my god! Oh no!
You're like every layer of like getting what I was saying. It's so funny. Oh man. Oh man, that's okay. So with that said,
okay, I see you're complaining about the. I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, okay.
how long can you stay out?
Oh.
You know, because like I'm thinking to myself, like I can go maybe like as an introvert, I can go like a whole 5 days to 7 days of like doing all the bunch of traveling. But I think after that I want to be home. I feel
Okay, what do you mean by traveling?
um I'll set up a scenario for you, and you tell me if you
How
can do
long
it.
I could stay. Oh, yeah, do that. Set up a
Yeah.
scenario. I'll tell you how long I could actually stay out of the house for.
Yeah.
And then the scenario will be after what? I've been in the house for 3 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool.
So you've been in the house for 3 weeks, and during this whole scenario that I'm saying, anything that you would think that you need to take care of back at the house, like your pets and stuff, all taken care of.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, don't even have to.
That's not even part. Like you don't need to worry at all.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
every single thing at home is taken care of.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so starting Monday, you will be driving to LAX, where you will be getting a ticket paid for and everything, where you're getting flown to Portland, Oregon, right?
Portland?
Yeah, you're going to Portland because for 3 days you're going to have two shows, and then one of the nights you're going to just be mingling out in like downtown Portland, like.
Oh, okay.
And
Wait, I'm playing 2 shows.
You're playing 2 shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're playing 2 shows. Right, you're gonna be there for like a week, like from Monday to like Wednesday, right? Like a Monday, Tuesday night show, right? You have a friend with you, whatever friend you want to take, right?
Am I staying in a hotel?
Yes, stay in a decent hotel,
Okay.
right? So you're doing that for 3 days, right? Then after that, you are going to be going to 2 like influencer / like little celebrity parties in Santa Monica for like Thursday, Friday, right? Where like you literally,
Okay.
yeah. So just that right now, like how's your energy level and everything through all these nights, and like your battery?
Oh, I'm still chilling.
You're still chilling.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm literally imagining this. I'm like, okay, I got one show, boom, bust that out. The next night, boom, bust out that show. At that point, I'd be a lot less stressed because my shows where I have to give a performance are out of the way. And then I just have to go mingle with people. That's so easy. And then I love snacks. So, like, if I'm going to a party, then they're going to have snacks. I'll be happy. Because, like,
Yeah.
you know, I like peopling. And then at that, oh yeah, especially I've been in the house for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still like, I'm running at 100% still.
Okay. So now
Maybe, I guess at the least 95.
Yeah, but you're pretty much.
I'm good.
You're good. So now after this, you have to, you're getting flown to like a place that like, even though you can appreciate the city, I feel like it's a place that you would not want to live long term, and that is New York City. Right?
Oh, okay.
So now you're getting.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you're getting.
But I have a friend with me.
On this. Now this time you don't have a friend with you, but you have like a very like reliable contact that the company or whatever is setting up where like we'll meet.
What am I doing in New York?
In New York, you're gonna be shooting a movie where you have speaking lines and everything. Like they need you for 5 days out of a 30-day shoot period for this movie that they're shooting, right?
They need me for 5 days.
Yeah.
And are they providing transportation?
Yes. So
and how much is like my food taken care of and all of that?
I would say that they give you an extra like 125.
No, I'm not talking about
for a food budget.
I'm not talking about a food budget. I'm like, how much of my food am I gonna have to go and venture out on my own to go get?
All of your meals.
All of my meals?
Except for when you're on set and they have craft services.
Okay.
Yeah. But then after when you're not, so
I'm getting all my food delivered. I'm not going out in that city by myself. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I've been to New York. So, in that case, like, I'm not peopling. Like, I can go on movie set and be just fine and go do that. But I'm going straight back to that room after I'm done. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV and I'm getting snacks and I'm ordering room service and everybody can fuck off.
Yeah. And to you...
Kindly and respectfully, of course.
And here's a very interesting question for asking an extrovert. When you are in that scenario where like you do have your own space, right? Mm-hmm. But it's a space that is still on the road, right? Can you still like have your like peace there? Like, or like, do you still feel like you're like can't totally like settle in of like just having your time to yourself?
If it depends on how clean it feels. Like, as long as everything feels really clean and I feel content in the space that I'm in, I can be okay. But I usually like if I'm on the road like that, like I'm gonna have a few things with me that make me feel more at home, like some stones and some books and certain things that I like to have with me that they'll just be with me.
Yeah.
So I won't. Yeah. So as long as everything, cause I like a really comfortable bed. Like I'm a sucker for like squishy, soft bed and a lot of squishmallow stuffed animals.
Yeah.
And snacks. So if there are those things, I am fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So can you so now
Room service, food.
So now after those 5 days of shooting, right? And maybe you could still throw this in there or not, but maybe like you really got along with your cast members and like some nights they were all going out to like a bar and they invited you.
Oh, yeah, I would go.
Yeah, you know.
I would go as long as I knew like there were going to be other people there and then I would know the address and then I would just take an Uber back.
Yeah. So if you knew you were going to 100% be safe.
Yeah.
You are dying to go out and experience that?
I mean,
or you're going to...
As long as, like, depending on how many hours I had to work.
Right.
Because, like, acting is no joke. You have to be on set all day. That is very tiring. And I don't mean, like, mentally draining. Yeah. To where, like, I would probably even be like, I wish I could go out, but I'm so tired I need my rest. And I would go to sleep. Because if you're on set for 12 hours, like, that doesn't leave time to go out. But, like, if it was after it was done, like, after we wrapped, then it was, like, 2 days of going out with them, then, yeah, I would.
Okay. And now, so after those 5 days, before you start that cycle up again, where now, you know, you're going to another city, doing a few shows, then having 2 nights of mingling, right, with having to, you know, and then back to shooting those 5 days, right? Before that cycle goes again, how many days at home do you need before you can just go do that again?
If I'm not taking to account, like, spending time with any of my animal babies.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that I would miss, like, just want to spend time with my, like, as long as, like, there was literally someone spending time with them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I could probably do 2 whole cycles of that. It'd be fine and not even need a rest.
Don't even need. You can go right back into
like, I don't even feel like I totally need a rest because it gave such a balance of everything. Like, I could just keep going.
I knew that setup was going to be perfect for this question. It's like,
I don't even need anything. Like, I could just go again. I mean, but at most, like, maybe a week at home. I'm sorry. At most, 2 weeks at home. Like, and that would be like the van broke down on the way to something, and then one of the shows got rained out, and then this just like we'd be having to go through Mercury retrograde or something. Ooh, I should make that like a thing where I don't travel on Mercury retrograde, like for shows. I don't book shit. I'm not doing that. Not today, Satan.
See, for me, if I did that same cycle, but for whatever I needed to do, the first few days was a photo shoot here, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah, right?
But the same amount of days and different
and I'm
things.
shooting. After that, I would want at least like 2.5 2.5 weeks.
What?
A pure just at home, no one bothered me.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then I can go. Then I can go do that, even for a little bit longer too. But like,
What?
But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I would be like, let's go film a whole movie for a month. Let's go. Like,
oh, see, then if it's a month time or 2 month time of being out, then I need like
a whole month.
No, then I need like if I was shooting a movie
for if you were shooting a movie
and
for
I was,
2 months
for 2 months in like Georgia, like or East Coast somewhere, right?
Yeah. Where you could only come home like for a week every 4 weeks.
No, like I could do the whole 2 months out there, right, and never have to come home. But then after that, I need to be home for at least like 3 months.
3 months?
I think so. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Before like. Yeah.
Oh no! I'm gonna go and shoot for 2 months, and then I'm gonna go to Paris. And I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to Paris and vacation and mingle in the cities. So that is if you're an I or if you're an E.
So that's
you're the introvert and extrovert. Okay,
so that's the difference between
introvert. So you're an introvert. I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
Right.
So next on the list, is you're either an S, sensing type, or you're intuitive.
I think this is the one where it's always the hardest for me to explain to people.
Yeah. Because
I'm just like, you can pick them out. It's just the way their brain thinks.
Yeah.
I know I'm super high on the intuitive scale, and then so are you.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the other end of that totally looks like.
Yeah, but luckily for me, I grew up with all sensing types, and like I know them really well. So just a couple ways that sensing types act. You can tell someone's sensing or intuitive. I have the perfect example right here. Mm-hmm. Is that I have 2 brothers that are sensing and one brother that is intuitive like me, right? And our dad got sick recently, and so everyone's been checking up on him and everything. And my brother texted me and said, "Hey, is Dad okay? He sounded a little different on the phone, right?" And I took it one way, but just to be clear for him, I wanted to clear it up, and I texted him saying, "Do you mean his voice sounded different, like hoarse or something? Because that's a sensing thing, or dude, you mean like his mood was different? He sounded like, hey, is that okay?
Oh, because right? I immediately thought that like the mood was different, not the voice or anything like
exactly.
that. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So our first thought for intuitive types is that.
Oh,
right?
God. See, I don't even know.
Yeah. And for sensing types, they're thinking off the physical voice. So yeah, my brothers, when they're, and that's like when people are explaining a story, like usually a sensing type will like explain the story and be like, yeah, they'll explain like what they saw and just like certain little, they're not setting the atmosphere of the story.
Yeah.
I
understand what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's just a little just different. The way you think about it is just different.
And that's why usually, not saying that one can't do the other, right? Is that intuitive types are a lesser percentage in the population, and usually we gravitate to artist type of jobs and careers and stuff like that, because our mind already thinks in a visual standpoint,
right?
And so but sensing types do this that I can appreciate, is that sometimes intuitive types, I won't say all intuitive types, but
high intuitive.
Yeah, can sometimes get so caught up in seeing the world in this type of viewpoint and world, where sometimes we forget to rely on our physical senses.
You do not make any sense to me right now.
Oh, so
I mean, they see their world from far away, so they forget to do what's right in front of them.
I mean, like, so do you feel like when you're visualizing what you need to do for, you can easily visualize and come up with scenarios of how you're going to react to this or that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so that I'll like play full things out in my brain and I'm like, no, I already know the outcome.
And so you would make a decision off a scenario you made in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. That's what intuitive types do. Okay.
I will literally
Yeah.
make 100% decision off
Yeah.
of that scenario I played in my head.
Sensing types don't.
Really?
Yeah. So sensing types need to rely on their senses of how that really is before they can make a big decision like that. And sometimes, and that's why sometimes they can. I'll give it up to them. That's why sometimes sensing types.
Why are you so pointy today?
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa?
But oh man, I'll stop pointing at you kids.
Yeah. That's why you sensing types. All right.
And that's why sometimes sensing types can make, on average, just like more safer decisions where they can have a safer outcome, get like a good paying job, and just like don't. And sometimes it can just be more just like they can take care of themselves on a level.
They're good at doing the normal day-to-day peopling.
Yeah, like on average,
better.
yeah, like I feel like the top.
They're better at being functioning people that are members of society in the traditional sense of the good old American way. Just kidding. Be good little Americans and go to work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go to thinking and feeling. So we know what the first category is, the second category is. Let's go to this third category, the thinking and feeling.
Yeah. Oh, one last little note on sensing types. Usually, more sensing types gravitate to the athletics. So a lot of like sports stars and everything like that usually are sensing types. But not saying that intuitive type is not.
Yeah, like it's not that one can't do the other. It's
Yeah.
just that the majority of what's going to gravitate.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, but now, yes, going to. So the first thing was how you charge your battery. This is like the sensing and intuitive is like the actual like processor, just like how you look and visualize the world. Now we're gonna go off of the final decision.
The thinking and feeling.
Yeah.
Now I'm a thinking type.
Yes, you are. You are the most thinking type I've come across.
Yeah, but like some people can think I'm mean. I'm not. Well, okay. I mean, I am mean, but I'm not. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not trying to be that cutthroat. It just comes out that way, just to the point.
Yeah, thinking types usually they are not. They like facts, and they are never like.
I love facts.
Yeah, love.
And receipts.
And receipts.
Bring the receipts.
Bring the receipts. And thinking types can sometimes be blamed because they can be blamed for like coming off a little rude when that's not what they weren't even thinking that you could possibly think that they were being rude about that, you know.
See, I only like to be rude when I am trying to be rude to somebody. But if I'm not trying to be rude to someone and then they think I'm being rude to them, it makes me feel horrible.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be coming off as rude. Because if I want to be rude to you, you're going to know. All of a sudden, you're going to be like, Shh, your hair's fixed.
There's nothing better into going right into that with you saying that. that literally explained everything. Like, camera died, I had to fix my hair. Making fun of me. Perfect.
So
So the little difference between
thinking
types
feeling.
and feeling types, it literally just comes down to when you are making, no matter how beautiful the world that you painted for your intuitiveness, at the end of the day, you are going to still make your decision off the most logical thing.
Yeah. If somebody, like, if someone comes at me with logic and not only that has evidence to back up what they're saying, like, I don't even argue.
And you won't get your feelings usually hurt. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get my feelings hurt unless somebody presented it in a way that was just like really rude. And distasteful. Then I'm not, like, I'm just like, oh, teach me, like, teach me something new. But if you just like don't come at me with logic, you don't want to give me receipts, you don't want to actually like listen to any rebuttal I have, then like it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Ugly.
Yeah. See,
ew.
Yeah, and see, for me, like, I can make a decision off just like my brothers are always making fun of me of me just coming up with random percentages out of the thin air. Be like, I think like 90% of all white people, like, like just like some random number, some random thing, but they're like, really, like, where are the receipts to back that up? And it's just like, okay, I just feel like it's like that, and I can totally be fine finding out the true thing, but I will make a decision already based off just that feeling over here.
Yeah. No, I will have some sort of logic to back up why I have that percentage is as it is.
Yeah. So that right there, cut and dry, is like breaking down thinking and feeling.
Okay, and then now we have perceiving and judging.
Yeah. So with perceivers,
I'm a P.
Yeah.
I said that already once, but I'm going to say it again because my percentage is like 90%.
Yeah, so
it's too much.
Yeah. And then I'm a J, and I'm in like 92% J. So now it's just like how we're living our life and just like what we're comfortable doing. So for me, I will be more comfortable if I can at least know a month or two ahead if I'm planning like a big trip with like a significant other, or like I'm the one planning to go on a trip with like my brothers and friends. Like I need.
So like I'm the worst because I will know about something for a whole 2 months and then I won't plan any of it, and then I'll be like in the airport like looking up exactly what I'm gonna do, or like right before I go to bed I'll snap decision pick out all my restaurants that I'm gonna have for the next day or something. But I do have methods where I feel like I'm really good at finding things around me very quickly how I need to, because I know exactly how to search for it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you're not always good at searching for things on the fly like that. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Find exactly what I need when I need it. Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. And the way that it all breaks up, the personalities, I feel like it's very balanced because you need people in each little category. Like just on a straight, just how great it is to have just a friend that will always be. So let's do the combinations: an extrovert and a perceiving type, like EP combo, right? Just that alone, that you are and my brother Josh is, to have those type of people around is just so like exciting, because it's just like they're gonna pull you out to go have fun, because it's like we need to have fun in life. Yeah. So it's just like, for me being an introvert, I I can be cool at home. I'm missing out on experiences and stuff.
How come the only people that actually like me or get along with me for long periods, it's only INFJs or ENFJs? It seems like that's what always comes around me. Not saying that I can't get along with thinking types as well for those two, like an INTJ or an ENTJ. I've never even spoke of that combination before. Right? But yeah, it's because like ENFJs, I feel like they just are the extrovert, the other extrovert. What happens when that happens?
Well, see, so when you find out what your personality is, usually a lot of the, except for the sensing and intuitive, since it's a tribe, usually sensing types will have more sensing friends or date other sensing people, and intuitive types will usually have other intuitive types and have relationships in that tribe.
That's true, because the people who are intuitive are always around me, and if they're sensing, they're usually really in the middle.
Yeah.
So they're like 51 or 52% sensing, and the rest is intuitive. So they're very more balanced. Even though, yes, they do think more sensing ways, they can also understand and cross over to the other side a bit easier.
Yeah. And it's up to you to, like, honestly decide, like, what type of people you want to be around. Because sometimes intuitive types, being around a lot of sensing people, you can sometimes feel like you're getting misunderstood. But then also, sometimes it's like you feel like you're the more funnier, cool person around.
I'm a funny guy.
But so usually sensing types and intuitive types will stay with them, but everything else is an opposite. So usually introverts will be attracted to extroverts. Usually a feeling type will like the opposite of a person that is like more like logical and everything. And then a J that likes to plan more, big plans of like, future proofing and blah, blah, blah. But for the day-to-day, especially going on that adventure with his friend or anything, he's going to enjoy the perceiving type. That's going to be able to just like have fun right there in the moment, and like any little pop-ups that like this Jay over here might have didn't think of.
Yeah, you know where I really notice this is when you'll talk about your two brothers, because you have one brother that is literally an EP.
Yes.
And then you literally have another brother who's an IJ. So like whenever you hang out with Tim, which is your IJ brother, you guys are so funny because you'll have it so planned out. You guys will be like, oh, this time we're going to do this, and then at this time we're going to do that, and it's going to be on this day at this time, and this is what's going to happen, and this is how it's going to go, and that's how that happens. But then you go to hang out with Josh, which is your EP brother, and you're like, oh, hey, are we still hanging out on Thursday? He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, as long as this thing doesn't happen, and, this and this, but yeah, like, most likely, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Thursday rolls around, oh, hey, can we reschedule for tomorrow, man?
Yeah. It's just like, or then sometimes I'm literally like, what are you doing tonight? Where like, if someone asks me that, I know exactly what I'm doing tonight. I made this plan like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, what are you doing tonight? He's like, well, there's like 3 possibilities of what I could be doing.
Yeah.
And that's how I am.
Yeah.
I live my life like that.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, sometimes like it pains me. I don't even want to make a decision until like right before it happens, because I'm going to make a decision for the way I feel in that present time.
Yeah.
Current Tarashawn is going to make a decision. And sometimes I'll make a choice way too ahead of time, and I'm like, damn, I should have waited. I already feel like I'm changing my mind, and I don't want to do any of this anymore. Why did I do this to myself? David, call me and say that there's an emergency. Get me out of here.
The classic. I feel like every single person, like male or like, female, has done that. Do a little text and like, hey, get me out of here. Like, call me, do anything. And it's such a classic.
Have you ever had to tell me to get you out of there?
No, I don't think so.
I know I've had a bad date where you've had to get me out of there. Yeah. Maybe more than once, actually.
Yeah. I feel like any... Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. But... So that is, the introvert, extrovert, intuitive, sensing.
This is the beginning of the Meyers and Briggs, because we're going to do more episodes on this, because I want to get into, like, different personality types the way they are.
Yeah,
with
the
each
ones
other
though,
and
just like
stuff.
you were saying earlier, you usually tend to have more INFJs and ENFJs. So we'll break down why that is, you know,
Yeah,
and
everyone's gonna be taking their Myers and Briggs test. You know what? Actually, take your Myers and Briggs test if you haven't already, and drop it down in the comments. I want to know what everybody is.
yeah.
I want to know.
I want to see the combinations because like we both have had like both of us like any person that we're coming across like we're asking them to usually do the
Oh
Myers
yeah,
and
well
Briggs.
it's like I ask them like, okay, I love astrology. We haven't gotten into this yet, but I love astrology. I know a lot about it. It's very interesting to me. But the problem is when you ask people like, well, what's your sun sign? Oh, astrology is not real. Blah 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 blah. And everybody has like so much to say about it, and they just won't give me the fucking time they were born.
Yeah,
right?
It's more of a bias towards.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's a lot less bias when I ask people like,
yeah.
"Oh, what's your Myers and Briggs?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a test." Like that's
Yeah.
just like, and they even give it in psychology classes.
Yeah,
like it's a lot less intimidating, and people just they don't have
A stigma.
a bias attached to it.
yeah.
They're fine about it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. So a lot of times I'll ask people that because it's easier to get that information from them. But what I really want is is all your birth information.
Yeah, like if because we know so many of you out there are gonna be sliding into her DMs. Like if you're gonna slide in and say anything,
You
might
might
as well give the
already have a Myers and Briggs test taken and then give me that birth chart.
Yeah.
I don't care how many Scorpio placements you have. Show me the damn chart.
Yeah, exactly. So please leave in the comments below, you know, your results for your Myers and Briggs because there's so many like combinations and stuff that's interesting. Like I would love to see how an ISTP is.
Right?
You know,
I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we could like interview people from every single Myers and Briggs.
Right, we need
16 episodes.
Right, like a deep dive into each one. Yeah. Well, if we you know actually plan that out, look at me over here planning.
I'm like, nah, we'll just get everyone to drop it in the comments, and the first 16 we'll do it. We'll just do little Zoom ones. It's totally fine. We got this. I already planned it. It's already done.
See?
We could do it right now.
And I'm over here wanting to do like a full like featured doc on it. Oh man! So
Oh my gosh. Well, this has been Little High Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when it comes in. And stay a little high. It's so perfect. Stay a little high.
Stay a little high. Promoting drugs.